Independent retail business can mean so many things these days. A brick and mortar store, an e-commerce business, a maker's online shop, a booth at an antique mall, and more. No matter which category you're in, Kathy Cruz, a fellow retail business owner and retail educator, will teach you how to market and manage your business efficiently so you can spend time doing other things you love. Welcome to the Savvy Shopkeeper Podcast.
Welcome to episode 32 of the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. Who should retailers hire for social media management? I'm your host, Kathy Cruz. My intention for this episode is to help shopkeepers learn about their options when they decide to delegate the job of social media management for their store. Of course, first I want to start off with a shopkeeper shout out, and this is Heather in Boardman, Ohio, who owns Canterbury Creative, and I'll be sure to link her store in the show notes, of course. But she titled her 5-star review, Down to Earth and Relatable. Heather said, I truly have enjoyed every single one of these podcasts. This has really helped guide me in areas I was unsure of. The bonus is it has also reaffirmed some decisions I already made. So even if you think you've conquered a certain area in your business, it's nice to still listen to the podcast and get that affirmation that you're doing it right. Heather went on to say, thank you, Kathy, so much for taking the time to do these and also for making them so easily relatable to real life. So Heather, thank you. I really appreciate that 5-star review. I appreciate all reviews. Just listening to what people are appreciating or what's helpful really helps me in terms of future episodes. So thank you again. I appreciate it. I know I say that all the time. I feel like I can't say thank you enough. All right, let's get working on this episode. Episode 32 is all about hiring out or delegating your social media. And I get social media management is a lot of work, right? Like if done well, it takes time, it takes forethought, planning, strategy, photography talent, copywriting skills, and so much more. Organic social media posts are what helped build my own brick and mortar business, the one I own with my sister. It's helped build it to what it is today. And I will say it's mostly been organic posting. On occasion, we run a Facebook ad, but we generally spend less than $500 a year on social media ads. And for the first few years, we didn't spend a dime on social media advertising. And if we did, it was minimal. When you're building a retail business, it's important to establish your brand, your voice, your style, and your product line to your ideal customer, whether they're local or not. On social media, you can reach people all over the world. This can all be done by posting free on social media. And if you're new to social media for your business and you haven't listened to episode number 3 of this podcast, I highly recommend it. It's one of the most popular episodes, and it's titled An Instagram Blueprint for Shopkeepers. It even comes with a workbook that you can download if you follow the links in the show notes. But that's episode number 3 of the Savvy Shopkeeper Retail Podcast. Now, if you're at a point in your business where you have a good foundation, decent foot traffic, revenue, and followers are all increasing, and it's time to delegate some of the social media work, I'm here in this episode to help you figure out what direction you can go in when delegating social media management in your business. So I'm going to list your options in order of expertise. And this will make more sense as I move along. Everyone seems to have a different comfort level, and of course, everyone has a different budget for this. Starting with option 1 on my list, which I'll talk about next, it may not get you strategy and expertise, but it will clear some time off your already hectic schedule. And we all have to start somewhere, you know? So the first on my list is to delegate it to a family member or maybe someone you know. I know many shopkeepers who have teenage or young adult family members that feel their children or these other younger family members are way more talented and skilled at social media. And normally these children are already familiar with the family business, so it's a fairly easy transition. Just make sure that this person, this family member or this, close family friend understands your brand, your voice, your values, and your products. This may not cost you a thing, especially if it's a daughter or son. Maybe you're assigning it as a chore, but maybe you'll pay them, but usually the price is reasonable, I guess is my point, is that this is a reasonably priced delegation that you can start with. Okay, so level number 2 would be to maybe hire an intern or maybe do like a 90-day free trial internship or hire a virtual, like an entry-level virtual assistant. And I will talk about virtual assistants. I think that's coming in episode number 34. But this would be level 2. So if it's an internship and it's a free internship to start, kind of a trial period, obviously that won't cost you anything. And then the next level would be to pay someone. Most likely it's going to be minimum wage. But at this level, you're training that person. You have to train that person because they're probably not familiar with your business. So this could be a local college student majoring in marketing or looking for an internship or opportunity to get some experience under their belts. Just be sure to check rules in your state regarding internships. It's different everywhere. And keep in mind that you may not be paying out of pocket, especially if you're doing like a 90-day trial, but you'll be paying in time to train them. So if this person hits it out of the ballpark during their internship and you find they have potential, then you can hire them. Which leads me to the next level, and that would be to delegate your social media to a current team member or to that person that you did do a trial internship with. And again, these are usually minimum wage employees. So I'll say $10 to $15 an hour just to throw out a figure. It could be different everywhere. But you'll pay someone on your team their hourly rate to either do the additional work or handle the task during their regular work hours. This is ideal for someone on your team who's savvy with social media because they're already familiar with your store. They're in your store on a regular basis. They can take photographs in your store. They might be really good with their iPhone camera. They know your brand, they know your voice, and all those important aspects of running social media for a business. Maybe this person wants more hours. Maybe they're strong in sales, but you find they're also strong in marketing. So the point here is, if you find this great intern that you want to turn into your social media person, or if you have a current team member that you notice has a bit of a strength in social media, then remember to play up those strengths of those team members. Everyone's going to be different on your team, and if someone stands out in terms of social media, you should be utilizing them for that type of work. The new sponsor for this podcast is the Shopkeepers Academy. Tell me if you can relate to this as a shopkeeper. You crave sisterhood from other retail shop owners going through the same thing. You desperately search online for tools or education that will help you get ahead as a business owner, but Google is exhausting because you're busy running a business. And when you do find resources online, it isn't tailored to your type of business, an independent retail store. You need the guidance of lessons and information that empower you to keep your business afloat, or better yet, thriving in this stressful world. That's where the Shopkeepers Academy comes in. The Shopkeepers Academy is an online platform that was built specifically for independent retail business owners. It's a one-stop shop to sign up for education and community. Whether you want to grab an affordable ebook like a 9-page shipping guide, or get access to a comprehensive list of lessons by subscribing to the Shopkeepers Learning Lab, or if you want to join Master Shopkeepers, and that's a paid mastermind group of brick-and-mortar store owners, you'll know that every option in the Academy was designed for you, the independent retail business owner. I want to help all brick-and-mortar retailers work less and profit more. Is this what you want too? Visit shopkeepersacademy.com for more information. The next level would be to hire a social media manager. And usually this is anywhere between $25 to $50 an hour, which shocks some retail store owners because some retail store owners will say, I don't even pay myself $25 to $50 an hour. But if you have a higher volume store, if you're doing really well in e-commerce and you have the budget for it, you also know that social media is extremely important to your brand and business, then it's going to be worth investing in a social media manager. I will say that I feel like this person should be guiding you. They should be setting up a system where you'll share pictures with each other. They'll be setting up your scheduler, so some type of software to schedule posts where you can both review the posts Maybe you can approve their pending posts. This person should also be able to write content using your voice. They should be experienced enough that they can review your insights and provide suggestions and recommendations on strategy. This is usually someone who's better than you at social media. I guess that's the point here. If you're going to pay them that much, they should definitely be skilled. They should definitely be experienced. And in the world of independent retail, if you're paying someone $25 to $50 an hour, they better be good, and they should also have KPIs and provide you with growth and strategy. You might also find social media managers offer package rates. So some will offer to handle, let's say, for instance, 2 social media platforms. Like they'll say, I'm going to handle all of your posts or 1 post a day or however many they post on Instagram and Facebook. They might offer to handle engagement as well, but that could be a package price of $500 a month. But I've also seen where they charge $500 for just 1 platform, which would mean $1,000 for Facebook and Instagram. My point here is you're going to have to take the time to interview people and find someone who is in your budget, find someone who's willing to share references so that you can learn about them and their services and if people are happy with their services. Be sure to read your contracts with them and understand the agreement very, very well. Make sure that if there's something in there about when you would need to cancel their service, if you're committing to a full year of service with them, or if it's a month-to-month service. Just be sure to read that contract well, because most experienced social media managers will already have a contract and they will provide you with that contract. I know a lot of times independent retailers, we feel like we have to do it all. We have to have all of our bases covered. But someone that you hired at that level of experience will bring a contract to you. So make sure you read the contract. Yes, this is an investment, but if the social media manager is really good at what they do, you should be seeing a return on investment within a few months. In our mastermind group, Master Shopkeepers, the topic of hiring and delegating, so the business owner can be the visionary of their business and focus on growing the business, comes up often. I'll be teaching a masterclass in Master Shopkeepers sometimes in the future, so members know what to look for when hiring for social media management. I'll also be teaching them how to set up systems and processes for their social media manager, no matter who it is, a family member, a team member, or an actual social media manager. This is extremely important because we all know in retail there's turnover, and if I'm teaching shopkeepers to work less and profit more, then I want you to start creating systems once. So if you have to bring in a new person, if your other social media manager leaves, then you're not creating the wheel all over again. You have a system in place. It's going to be easy to onboard someone new. And that's going to be really important in lots of my episodes in the future, because I really, really want to focus on time management and getting things off of your plate so that you can work less. So to summarize, the first is there's a low or no cost option with social media help, and that's a family member or maybe an intern. This will cost you more in time than dollars to start. The next level would be a regular or minimum wage employee. Delegate this to a team member or hire someone at an entry level. This might be a collaborative effort, but it helps to remove some of the weight off your shoulders as a business owner, and it should give you more time to focus on other things in your business, and hopefully that focus is going towards growth. And then the last level is a bit of an investment, but with an investment should come a return on investment, and that would be hiring a social media manager, someone who's experienced. So I hope you found this helpful. I know I get a lot of questions about who should be handling social media for a retail business. Again, it just depends on your budget. It depends on how much you're willing to train someone. It just depends on so many things. But I hope you found this episode helpful, and I hope it answered some of the questions for you. If you want to see the show notes to this episode or find links to anything that I mentioned, you can visit my blog at savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 32. If you want to see some information on Master Shopkeepers, it's our mastermind group for brick and mortar store owners. You can visit the Shopkeepers Academy, and that's shopkeepersacademy.com. And last but not least, if you feel this episode could help a friend or someone you know, another brick and mortar store owner who's been trying to navigate this social media management world, please share it with them. And again, if you find these episodes helpful, I would love for you to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. And I think still, even with technology these days, I think the Apple Podcast app is the only place that you can leave a review. I know that's weird, especially for Android phone users. You would think there would be one place that you could leave a review for all podcasts, but I just don't think that that's happened yet. Anyhow, if you leave me a review, I would really appreciate it. So until the next episode, be savvy and boss up.